Hey guys, today I have the Ukraine's 1911 full-scale model spring airsoft gun. I'm going to do a complete teardown for you guys today, so I hope you guys enjoy. So without further ado, let's get right into the gun. So the tools that you'll need is a big Phillips head screwdriver and a small Phillips head screwdriver. Put those away for a sec. So first thing you want to do with the gun is take the clip out first, and we're going to start with the clip, tear it down first. So put the gun aside, take your clip, and be sure there's a spring in here, so it might shoot out, so just be ready for that. So you're going to start off with the screw over here. You'll need the small Phillips head and the screw down here. So let's unscrew those two. Make sure to have metal, not a metal, magnet by you so you don't lose any screws. I have this little pad right here. Knock those out, put those there, and make sure you don't mix up the screws that you take apart in this process. And you guys can see it's not coming apart. This bottom piece, all you have to do is push really hard down, like so, and it just slides right off. And then this top just pulls right off. And how the weight is put into this gun, there's two parts how it's put in the gun. First part, it's put in the clip. That's where the weight. This is just, there's a metal half rod here. They put that in the bottom. There's two metal rods up here. So that's just how they put the weight in here for this gun. And I'll show you where the weight is in the gun itself when we take it apart. So that's how you take apart this, and you can pull out the spring. This is how the BBs get fed into the gun. So we'll put that aside for now, and let's actually get in the gun. So let me zoom back out for you guys. And we'll need the big Phillips head screwdriver start off for this. So on the hand part right here, we have 1 and 2 screws right there. So first thing you want to do is pull out these screws. Pop this up, and make sure you put that to the side so you don't lose any screws or whatnot. I just like leaving them in there so I never lose them. And then the thing you don't want to do with this is the clip release. Clip release is very important because there's a little spring in there, like so, as you guys can see. And you can lose that very easily inside the gun or on the floor. So we'll put that to the side. And then the next thing you want to do is pull out the safety mechanism. This allows the gun, so when you flick it down, it locks it so you can't shoot. And then up, it allows you to pull the trigger. So we'll pull that out, and that completely stops that. So the next thing that you want to do is pull off the slide itself. And it's all right here. This is the slide. You'll need this component and this. So flip it over, and what you'll need is to push this button in. So with your right hand, push the button in, and you can see how that pops out right there. Push that out, pull this down 90 degrees, and the back should pop out. It's just this and a little spring. So make sure you don't lose that. Put it somewhere. And then what you need to do now is pull out this little piece. This holds the slide in place. So after we pulled that out, you can push the slide forward and it pops off. So we'll put that to the side. We'll continue on with the slide. So to tear down the slide, pull back, flip it over so you see the internal of it. Push this down towards the barrel, pull it out. Make sure you hold the spring with it. So we'll put the slide over there, and this is how the BBs get fed. They get fed through this little piece back here, up, over, and then shoot. So you can take apart this spring in the barrel. And then to take apart the slide, this is what makes the bullet, the BB actually go far. So you want to take your Phillips head, and there's 2 screws on this. There's one up here, and there's one down here. You can barely see it. So take apart those 2. And this is the this is like the mag itself. That metal piece that shoots the BB actually will fly off harder and faster than the spring in the mag. So what I like to do is put a screwdriver in that hole where that metal is. Put it right in there. Hold the screwdriver, pull up nice and slow, and then let it hit the screwdriver. So this is metal, like I said. You guys could probably hear that. So we'll move these over here because that's done. You fully taken down the slide, and this is what shoots the gun. So you can pull out your screwdriver, and that's what it is right there. So put that aside and be very careful. You could probably wear gloves. That piece right there was probably the dirtiest thing ever in this teardown. So what you can do now is flip the gun back over to its left side, so you're shooting it lefty. Take your big Phillips head again and unscrew the right side of the gun's metal rail for your hand. That lifts right up. Okay, and then as you can see, we have a spring right here, the trigger mechanism right there to pull this. So we'll crank this back, and that shoots that. And right here, that's the other weight, like I was talking about. That's the other piece of metal. So you can use your small Phillips, or just completely turn it over, and it'll fall. Yours may not look like this. It'll look like the mag. They're all in pieces, and there's little cloths in there so it won't get moved around. Mine, it had like a little piece of Scotch tape on it, so I put different tape on it so it would all be together in one so it wouldn't jiggle around. Put that to the side. So back to the gun. Let's take out this little spring that pulls the trigger back. It's not going to shoot out if you hold it. That's what it looks like. Put that over there. Now we can take out the trigger mechanism. It's not that hard to pull straight out. You can even use tweezers for this. The next thing that you want to do is, mine has fallen out. It might fall out for yours, but this goes right here. And if yours is not coming out, as you can see right there, that's the little piece that holds this metal mechanism in. That's what cranks this and shoots this. All you have to do is put your small Phillips head screwdriver in one side and push, and it will just fall out, and it's a little metal rod. And then next thing that you can do is pull this straight out of the gun, and that's just the metal end. That's where everything is. It's shooting, cocking. You can put that to the side now, and then this is basically what the frame is. This is just the plastic frame. There's no metal on this. It's just full on plastic. So that's pretty much the frame and everything I tore off. There's nothing else that you could take off. Some might say, yeah, you could take off the trigger, but I highly recommend not to, because it's bent in there. As you guys can see, there's not like a screw or something or a metal rod that you could pop out. So I just leave it in there. I've never taken it off. So that's basically the whole teardown of this whole Ukraine's 1911 spring airsoft gun. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go through, like I went through step by step how to take it apart. I'm gonna go step by step to put it back together, but this time I'm gonna go a little faster than previous. So what I'm going to start with is the other side first, and I'm going to start with this piece, and there's little grooves. All you have to do is find it, push it in, find that metal rod, push that back in. It might just fell back out, and then what I like to do is I like to put the trigger mechanism back in. I'll zoom in for you guys so you guys don't have to try to see really hard. Put the spring back in, this spring is really easy to do. You put it in one side of the screw where the handguard is, and then pull it back to the spring, to the trigger mechanism. And if you pull the trigger and it doesn't go back right away, see how this goes back without me doing anything? And yes, it will slingshot away, so be very careful of where it goes. Luckily, I just found mine, so here it is. Put that back on. I'm not going to shoot it anymore. So if that's not doing that, you have it in the wrong place, and try a different place. So next, what I like to do is put in a weight in the rear gun, so that slides back in, and put the hand plate back on. That just falls right there. Get your big Phillips head and screw that back on. Make sure not to over tighten these. You'll ruin the plastic because you're just screwing into plastic. So be very careful, like not to run the screws or break the plastic. That's just from personal experience. And what I like to do next is start with the trigger, the mag release. And the easiest part I found is to hold the gun straight up, like shooting towards the sky. Put the spring in there on the right side, so it'll look like this. Slide it in there, make sure it springs back and forth. Lay it down straight so you don't lose that. And grab the safety release, pop that into place, make sure that goes down and up. And grab the other plate. And find the screw holes. I like to pre-start both before I screw one all the way in. Safety is popping back and forth, so like I was having problems before when I would shake it, the safety would automatically just slide down, and now you have to actually pop it. So that's good. So we have the gun itself. Just to make sure, pull back the hammer and shoot. And mine seems to be working fine, so I put it together right. We'll put that to the side for now, and we'll go back to the slide. What I like to do for the slide is slide my small Phillips head back into the hole. Put my finger there and push down that metal piece, grab the top slide, and fold it right back onto it. And it's in right now, so I'll throw in one of the screws, tighten this up, and then I'll grab the other screw and put that one in. And as you guys can see, this is kind of turned, so what I like to do is I just push it in and straighten it out, push it towards the bottom, and just bring it back, make sure it works, and towards the bottom. So that's the slide. The slide's put together. We'll put that to the side. We'll actually need that right now. And grab the barrel, the spring. So the bigger end of the spring, like you guys can see, this side is bigger than this side. So we'll put the small side on the barrel, and then the big side sticking off. Put the big side in the barrel, in the slide, push it out, and it should lock into place by itself. There you go. And we'll need the gun for right now. We'll put the slide back on the gun, line up the two holes. As you guys can see, there's a hole, there's a hole. Line them up. You might have to wiggle a little bit. And then take the slide lock, push that in, take this. This, it can go one way only. So, spring towards the barrel. Okay? Spring towards the barrel. Slide this in to the hole over here. Put your right finger on there and push it out and turn this 90 degrees, and then that should lock it into place. And what I like to do is cock it back and try it. So that seems to be working. I'm going to tighten this top screw a little bit more. And the last step that we need to do, guys, is put together the mag. So everything's in place. We got the mag set right. We'll just push this together with our fingers, take the mag spring itself, and just rock it back, see if it shoots up straight. And if that's good, we're good to go. We can continue this process. We'll take the 2 screws, drop them into their holes in the mag. Small head screwdriver, screw those in nice and tight. This is the mag. You don't want it to fall apart or let any BBs out. So that's it. And then we'll take the small piece and we'll slide it back onto the mag. Take the 1911, put the clip in, cock it, shoot it. Everything seems to be doing just fine after the teardown. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this 1911 Ukraine's spring pistol teardown. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out my buddy's channel. Link will be in the description and in the annotation on the screen. And a annotation in my past and future video will also be on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, guys. See you later. Peace.